Ladies and gentlemen, understanding the true essence of those around us is not only an art, but a skill that can empower our personal and professional lives. While people often wear masks of politeness or charm, their true colors can be uncovered if you know where to look. Today, I will share 5 key signs to help you instantly recognize someone's authentic character. Actions are the clearest window into a person's true character, far more so than the words they speak. While it's easy for someone to craft a narrative with carefully chosen language, behavior is often instinctive and reveals the patterns of their underlying values and intentions. Words can be rehearsed or tailored to suit the moment, but actions have a way of cutting through pretense. Zikidang. When trying to understand someone, observe what they do, not just what they say. For instance, someone might emphasize how much they care about others, but if they consistently neglect to show up for friends in times of need, their actions tell a different story. A person's words might paint a picture of generosity or fairness, but their behavior in small, everyday interactions, such as sharing credit at work or being patient with others, will show whether those traits are truly part of their character. And great leadership also requires a transparent leadership, a real leadership. It's important to watch for consistency in behavior. Anyone can make a single good decision or perform a kind act when it benefits them or when others are watching. The real test of authenticity lies in patterns that emerge over time. If someone repeatedly demonstrates helpfulness, honesty, or reliability, those traits are likely genuine. Conversely, if there's a mismatch between their stated values and repeated actions, it suggests a lack of alignment between who they claim to be and who they actually are. Behavior in low-stakes situations often provides the most honest glimpse into character. For example, consider how someone treats a stranger or behaves in circumstances where there's no clear reward for being kind or ethical. If they go out of their way to be considerate or fair, it's a strong indicator of integrity. On the other hand, if they display arrogance, disregard, or entitlement when they think no one is paying attention, these moments often reveal their true disposition. Pay special attention to what someone prioritizes in their daily life. Their choices, how they spend their time, energy, and resources, are a reflection of what truly matters to them. For instance, someone may claim that family is their top priority, but if their actions consistently prioritize work or leisure over meaningful time with loved ones, it's evident that their stated values are misaligned with their lived reality. Another layer to consider is how someone reacts when their behavior is questioned. Do they respond with defensiveness, excuses, or attempts to shift focus? Or do they take the opportunity to reflect and improve? When actions and words don't align, how a person handles being called out can speak volumes about their willingness to be authentic and accountable. If you want to see someone's true colors, focus on their behavior over time, particularly in moments when it's inconvenient or unnecessary to act ethically. Actions are a mirror to the soul, reflecting values, priorities, and integrity in ways words cannot. By paying attention to what people do rather than what they say, you can uncover the genuine essence of who they are, and the way a person responds under pressure can reveal far more about their true nature than how they behave in calm and controlled situations. Pressure, whether it comes in the form of stress, high expectations, or unexpected challenges, forces a person to react instinctively. It strips away the facade of composed behavior and exposes their raw, unfiltered responses. This is why how someone handles difficult circumstances is such a powerful indicator of their character. When a person faces pressure, especially high-stakes pressure, the way they handle it can demonstrate emotional resilience, patience, and problem-solving skills. Those who can remain calm and collected under pressure typically have a strong sense of self-restraint and are able to think clearly, make rational decisions, and manage their emotions effectively. On the other hand, someone who becomes easily agitated, frustrated, or defensive under stress may struggle with emotional regulation, and their inability to manage difficult situations could signal deeper issues, such as insecurity, impulsivity, or a lack of maturity. Pressure tests not just a person's ability to stay calm, but also their capacity to maintain integrity when things get tough, for example, when the stakes are high. Whether in a personal conflict or a professional challenge, some people may be tempted to cut corners, tell lies, or make decisions that compromise their values to avoid negative consequences. In contrast, a person who upholds their moral compass and stands by their principles, even when it's hard, demonstrates strength of character. Their willingness to endure the discomfort of doing what's right, even at a personal cost, is a clear sign of authenticity and integrity. How someone handles pressure reveals their level of empathy and their ability to support others in difficult times. In high-pressure situations, many people tend to become self-focused, worried about their own well-being, or anxious about the outcome. However, someone with a strong sense of compassion and emotional intelligence will be more likely to extend understanding and support to others who are also feeling the strain. A person who lifts others up, offers encouragement, or helps resolve conflicts during stressful moments shows that they prioritize the well-being of the group and are capable of being a strong leader or supportive ally. It is also worth noting that pressure doesn't always need to be external to expose a person's true character. Internal pressure, such as self-imposed expectations or personal struggles, can also reveal deep truths about someone's nature. Some individuals will push through their own self-doubt or anxiety and maintain a sense of composure and optimism, while others may crumble under the weight of their inner turmoil, becoming negative, self-destructive, or withdrawn. The way a person responds to pressure can also provide insight into their resilience and adaptability. Those who view challenges as opportunities for growth, who remain flexible in the face of change, and who keep moving forward even when faced with setbacks, display a growth-oriented mindset. In contrast, individuals who panic, avoid difficult situations, or give up when things get tough often have a fixed mindset, limiting their ability to cope with adversity effectively. The response to pressure is one of the most telling signs of a person's true nature. When faced with challenging circumstances, watch how they react. Do they remain composed, show integrity, support others, and grow from the experience? Or do they crack under the strain, act out of self-interest, or compromise their values? By observing how someone handles pressure, you can uncover a great deal about their emotional strength, authenticity, and moral foundation. One of the most reliable ways to assess a person's true character is by observing how they treat those who are in a position of lesser power, influence, or status. This includes people who cannot offer anything in return, such as service staff, strangers, or individuals who may not have anything to contribute to the person's immediate goals. The way someone interacts with those who cannot help them in any direct way is often the clearest indicator of their fundamental values, respect, and humanity. Treating others with kindness, respect, and fairness, regardless of their social or professional standing, speaks volumes about a person's integrity. People often behave well toward those who can advance their personal interests, superiors, colleagues, or influential figures. But the real test is how they act toward those who can't. It's easy to be polite or gracious when there's something to gain, but how someone treats those who are powerless or whom they may never see again is a reflection of their genuine character. Someone who displays courtesy, humility, and appreciation for all people, regardless of their role or status, is likely to be someone who values fairness and kindness as part of their core identity. Another important aspect is how individuals treat others when they are in a position of authority or power. People who use their position to belittle, manipulate, or intimidate those beneath them are often driven by insecurity or a need to feel superior. On the other hand, those who wield power with grace, treating others with dignity and empowering them rather than exploiting them, are demonstrating strength and confidence rooted in empathy and self-respect. This behavior reveals a fundamental belief in equality, respect for human dignity, and an understanding that power should be used to uplift, not control. And How a person treats those in vulnerable positions, such as children, the elderly, or individuals going through a difficult time, provides deep insight into their character. Vulnerable people can often be seen as a test of compassion and decency, as they are often at the mercy of others for help or care. A person who shows patience, understanding, and a willingness to assist when dealing with vulnerable individuals is someone who embodies empathy and emotional maturity. Their ability to maintain a sense of kindness and responsibility in such circumstances reflects a genuine desire to make the world a better place, not just to benefit themselves. And so, everyday actions in these interactions are key. How does someone react when they are given incorrect change at a store? Or when they are faced with a minor inconvenience caused by someone in a lower position? Do they show frustration, impatience, or condescension? Or do they display calmness, understanding, and a willingness to solve the issue amicably? In moments like these, true character is laid bare. People who express gratitude and empathy in such mundane situations tend to have a higher sense of moral integrity and selflessness. Treating others well in these circumstances isn't just about showing kindness, it's about consistency. Someone who behaves in an ethical manner when they are not being observed or when there's no immediate benefit to themselves is demonstrating authenticity. Those who only act kindly when there's a reward or recognition involved may be driven more by self-interest than a genuine desire to do good. The way someone treats those who cannot offer them anything in return is one of the most telling indicators of their true character. Genuine kindness, respect, and empathy are qualities that extend beyond transactional relationships and reflect a person's commitment to fairness and humanity. By carefully observing these interactions, we can gain deeper insight into someone's authenticity, emotional intelligence, and moral compass. Consistency is a crucial indicator of a person's true character, and one of the most reliable ways to discern authenticity is by observing how consistently someone upholds their values and principles. In a world where external circumstances often change, it's easy for people to adjust their behavior to fit what's most convenient or socially acceptable in a given moment. However, someone who consistently demonstrates the same core beliefs and actions, regardless of the context or audience, is more likely to be genuine and true to themselves. This last one. It's not unusual for people to behave differently depending on who is present. In many cases, individuals may alter their opinions or actions to align with the expectations or preferences of a particular group, whether it's family, friends, or colleagues. This inconsistency often signals a lack of authenticity. For example, a person might present themselves as an advocate for environmental sustainability in a professional setting. But if they're seen disregarding environmental concerns when they believe no one is watching, it becomes clear that their commitment to the cause is superfluous. Someone who is consistent in their values, however, will demonstrate the same respect for the environment whether they're in a room full of like-minded individuals or alone in a less scrutinized environment. Consistency doesn't just apply to grand gestures or ideological commitments. It also reveals itself in smaller, everyday actions. A person who values honesty will consistently speak the truth, even when it's uncomfortable, unpopular, or inconvenient. A person who values fairness will consistently treat others with respect and equality, regardless of who is in the room. By observing how someone behaves in various situations, whether it's in personal relationships, at work, or in public spaces, you can get a clear sense of whether they're driven by authentic principles or if they're simply reacting to external pressures and expectations. When you react to external pressures and expectations, you are more 98% accurate than when you react to yourself. It's important to note that consistency is not about being rigid or inflexible. It's about upholding core values even when circumstances change. Life is filled with complexities and challenges that may require people to adapt, but the essence of who they are should remain unchanged. For instance, Someone who values compassion may still find themselves in difficult situations where they need to make hard decisions. They might have to prioritize certain responsibilities over others or navigate complex dilemmas, but their fundamental empathy and care for others will always guide their actions. This internal compass allows them to maintain integrity, even in the face of external pressures. Consistency is a particularly valuable trait. It builds trust as others come to rely on the fact that a person's actions will align with their words over time. If someone frequently changes their behavior or says one thing and does another, it can create confusion and instability, leading to doubts about their sincerity. On the other hand, a person who consistently demonstrates kindness, loyalty, and respect in all interactions fosters a sense of safety and reliability. This reliability extends beyond surface-level interactions. It reflects a deeper commitment to the values that define who they are as a person. Consistency in values often correlates with a sense of inner confidence and self-assurance. Someone who is comfortable in their own skin and secure in their beliefs will not feel the need to conform to the fluctuating expectations of others. They will stand by their values even when faced with opposition or when it's inconvenient to do so. This inner strength is a sign of maturity and a deep-rooted commitment to living authentically. The consistency with which a person demonstrates their core values and principles, whether in public or private, with family or strangers, speaks volumes about their true nature. People who are consistent in their behavior, regardless of external pressures, are more likely to be grounded in authenticity, integrity, and self-awareness. By paying attention to these consistent patterns, you can gain a clearer understanding of whether someone's actions align with their words, and whether their character is as solid as they claim. Nonverbal communication is an incredibly powerful tool for revealing a person's true feelings, intentions, and character. While words are often carefully chosen and can be manipulated to convey a certain message, body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice are much harder to control. These subtle cues often offer an unfiltered glimpse into a person's emotional state, their level of honesty, and their underlying intentions. By paying close attention to these nonverbal signals, you can gain deeper insight into someone's true nature. One of the most telling aspects of nonverbal communication is facial expressions. Microexpressions, which are fleeting and involuntary, can reveal emotions that a person may not want to express or may be trying to hide. For example, a brief flash of frustration or contempt on someone's face, even if they are verbally trying to appear calm or agreeable, can indicate underlying feelings of irritation or disdain. Similarly, a genuine smile, one that engages the eyes as well as the mouth, reflects a sense of warmth, authenticity, and openness, whereas a forced or insincere smile can indicate discomfort or an attempt to mask true feelings. Body language also speaks volumes. The way a person stands, sits, or moves can tell you a lot about their confidence, comfort level, and emotional state. Someone who is closed off, crossing their arms, avoiding eye contact, or turning their body away may be signaling discomfort, insecurity, or a lack of openness. In contrast, someone who maintains an open posture, leans slightly forward, and makes regular eye contact is likely to be engaged, confident, and approachable. These nonverbal cues can often reveal whether someone is truly interested in a conversation or simply going through the motions. If the energy is nonverbal, another important nonverbal cue is the tone of voice. The tone in which someone speaks can reveal their mood, level of sincerity, and intentions. A soft, gentle tone can convey warmth, while a harsh or cold tone can signal irritation, defensiveness, or even hostility. People often express more in the way they speak than in the words themselves. For instance, if someone is praising you but their tone sounds patronizing or insincere, it's a strong indication that their words don't align with their true feelings. On the other hand, a sincere compliment, given with warmth and enthusiasm, can communicate genuine appreciation and respect. Nonverbal cues can also reveal subtle signs of discomfort or dishonesty. When someone is being deceptive, their body language often betrays them. For instance, they may fidget, avoid eye contact, or make excessive gestures in an attempt to appear confident or trustworthy. Similarly, a person who is hiding something may exhibit signs of nervousness, such as touching their face or neck, shifting their posture frequently, or pausing longer than usual before responding to a question. These small, unconscious actions can often provide more accurate insight into a person's true feelings than their carefully crafted words. While nonverbal communication can be incredibly revealing, it's important to remember that these cues should not be taken in isolation. Context is key. A person's cultural background, personality, and current emotional state can influence their nonverbal behavior. For example, someone who is naturally shy may appear closed off or avoid eye contact, even though they may not be harboring negative feelings. Similarly, in a stressful situation, someone might exhibit signs of anxiety without it being an indication of dishonesty or ill intent. Nonverbal communication is a crucial and often overlooked tool for understanding a person's true nature. By paying attention to their facial expressions, body language, and tone of voice, you can uncover emotions, intentions, and honesty that might be hidden beneath their words. These nonverbal cues often reveal more than people realize, offering you a deeper understanding of who they really are and what they truly feel. However, it's essential to observe these signals in context and consider the individual's personality and circumstances to avoid misinterpretation. When combined with other signs, nonverbal communication can be a powerful way to see someone's true colors. One of the clearest indicators of a person's true character is their ability to take accountability for their actions, particularly when things go wrong. Accountability is the hallmark of integrity. People who are willing to admit their mistakes and take responsibility for their actions, rather than deflecting blame or making excuses, demonstrate a level of emotional maturity and self-awareness that is essential to authenticity. It's the way someone handles their own faults can offer profound insight into their character and their capacity for growth. When a person makes a mistake, their reaction can reveal a lot about how they view themselves and how they engage with the world around them. A person who takes full responsibility for their actions, apologizes sincerely when necessary, and works toward making amends demonstrates maturity, humility, and a genuine desire to improve. Acceptance and love transcends the realm of judgment, comparison, and lack of understanding. This kind of behavior shows that they are not afraid to face the consequences of their actions, and that they value personal growth over avoiding discomfort or blame. Such individuals recognize that mistakes are opportunities to learn and evolve, not just setbacks to be hidden or ignored. On the other hand, people who constantly shift blame or deny responsibility often do so because of insecurity, a lack of self-awareness, or an unwillingness to confront their own imperfections. This avoidance behavior can manifest in many ways. By blaming others or trying to minimize the impact of their mistakes, such responses not only hinder personal growth, but also erode trust in relationships. When someone consistently refuses to acknowledge their role in a negative outcome, it suggests that they may be more focused on protecting their ego or reputation than on taking accountability and fostering growth. One of the key aspects of taking accountability is the ability to reflect on one's actions and recognize how they might have affected others. True accountability involves understanding the impact of one's behavior and taking steps to repair any harm that was caused. Someone who is willing to reflect on their actions and apologize sincerely demonstrates empathy, self-reflection, and emotional intelligence. For example, if someone makes an error in judgment that negatively affects a colleague or a friend, a person who takes responsibility will not only apologize, but also make efforts to correct the situation or ensure it doesn't happen again. This shows a genuine commitment to maintaining healthy, trusting relationships and to acting with integrity in all situations. Accountability is not just about acknowledging faults, in situations where others are directly affected. It also involves being truthful with oneself. People who take full accountability in their lives are not only honest with others, but they are also honest with themselves. They can admit when they have acted in a way that is inconsistent with their values, and they take proactive steps to change and align their actions with their beliefs. This level of self-awareness and introspection is a clear sign of a person who is emotionally mature and invested in their personal development. A person who is able to take accountability without deflecting blame also tends to be more resilient. By facing challenges head-on, accepting the consequences, and learning from mistakes, they grow stronger in the process. They don't allow setbacks or errors to define them. Instead, they use them as stepping stones toward improvement. This resilience often fosters greater trust and respect from others, as people are more likely to support someone who demonstrates the strength to own up to their mistakes and continuously strive to do better. Accountability is a powerful and revealing trait that reflects a person's true nature. It demonstrates maturity, emotional intelligence, and a commitment to self-improvement. When someone takes responsibility for their actions, whether the outcome is positive or negative, they show that they are confident, self-aware, and dedicated to growth. Conversely, those who avoid accountability, deflect blame, or make excuses reveal a lack of integrity and a reluctance to confront their own flaws. By paying attention to how someone handles their mistakes, you can gain a deep understanding of their true character and their capacity for personal and relational growth. In conclusion, understanding someone's true character requires more than just listening to their words. It involves observing their actions, their reactions under pressure, how they treat others, their consistency, their nonverbal cues, and their ability to take accountability. These signs offer an unfiltered look into who someone truly is, beyond the image they may present. A person's behavior in different contexts, particularly when they are not seeking personal gain or recognition, is often the clearest reflection of their values, integrity, and authenticity. And by paying attention to these key indicators, you can gain a deeper understanding of a person's true nature, which will allow you to navigate relationships with greater awareness and make more informed decisions about whom to trust, admire, or align with. Ultimately, it's through a combination of self-reflection, emotional intelligence, and consistent, honest behavior that a person reveals their true colors.